Hello everyone, and welcome to Game 2 of the Grand Finals of the Skyward Sword Randomizer SpeedGaming Live Tournament, featuring YourAverageLink and Jasnix08. The runners are currently 1-1 in the series because YourAverageLink started with a win. I'm joined on comms by CJS07, so...
Hello everyone. So we're off here. So let's start getting dungeon predictions in.
Yeah. Let's, I'll quickly say, another LMF Fire Sanctuary.
I'm gonna guess Skyview Sister, actually.
So, opposite.
Oh, I'm
wow,
right.
CJ! CJ
That's
is
the
the
second-
psychic!
That's the second match that I've calmed where I've just nailed the prediction on that. So two very short dungeons. So we have potential for a blitz seed here from our runners. I believe the shortest Skyview Cistern seed on record is like 50-something minutes.
Yeah. But that, that, though, requires...
On manifesting the whole seed, this is the Ruby tablet. Damn it. I tried, chat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The... Predicting items is an art form. Okay, so Alan is the next check.
We started with crystals. Oh, the harp. It'll be very interesting to see how our runners choose to route this in, because that unlocks a check immediately here in the academy. So, doesn't look like they're doing anything with it. Yeah. Oh, no, never mind. YourAverageLink going directly back to the academy. Going in the upper doors, which is odd. Why? I'm very confused by this.
I think Yell wants both gratitude crystals in the academy.
I don't know. That seems like an awkward routing decision. I don't think we've seen our starting pillar yet, and immediately, like, it doesn't matter because they have 10 crystals already. Yell playing very nervously, it seems like, especially after the last game.
Yeah.
Being handed a loss immediately. So.
But Yell needs to keep himself together if he wants to be able to bounce back in this series.
Yeah. I mean, no matter what, we're going to our game 3 tomorrow, so. So immediately some minor divergence. We'll see Yao playing catch up to what Jasnix is doing right now.
If there does happen to be something important on Colin's letter, then this will pay off for Yao.
Yeah. The hope is that he gets something like, I don't know, claw shots here.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Emerald Tablet as our starting tablet.
Pillar, yep. And Jasnix getting 100 rupees in the bazaar, which is pretty nice. Less farming. For his courage. We're getting all Farron items right now. Harpamux checking Farron. Farron trial is in Farron for obvious reasons. Slingshot. That could be big, actually, because that means that YourAverageLink can head directly for Skyview when he goes down to Farron here. It
also means that he can check Beetle.
Yeah.
And if Jasnix doesn't find a projectile on these next two checks, he's not going to be able to check Beetle.
I mean, even if he finds one that is, if he finds one that isn't claw shots, I doubt that he goes back for Beetle at this point. Okay, he finds bow.
Yeah. But since Yal's gonna get that silver rupee from the potion lady, then yeah, then Yal may have incentive to actually check it.
Also, the immediately finding the bow here basically means that Yal's advantage from finding slingshot is completely nullified.
Yeah.
Unless it gives him better routing options right now. The odds are that getting slingshot there is just a time waster. However, there is a very good chance that Jasnix just goes back for it at some point, so it's not totally out of the question.
He may get an academy with a hero debate, or sorry, Spirit of the Sword.
Yeah.
So I saw, I think, Farron, Spirit of the Sword on that hint stone. And Skyview. Farron and Skyview.
Great. We're heading closer and closer to a 1-tablet seed here. So in terms of required items, all our runners need are a projectile to beat Skyview, potentially the Beetle, and Whip. Sword and Shed, and... Was that Mitts on SkyLive Trial for like the 4th time this tournament?
Yep.
Yes, confirmed. SkyLive Trial Mitts again. Was that where they were last seed too? I know that they were... Oh no, it was Linear Trial last seed.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's finding a lot of gratitude here. I disagree with this play by a long shot. Why would you buy the 50 rupee item there?
Yeah, agreed. I would definitely bought the 100 so that I could actually see what was behind it.
I think that that's legitimately and objectively bad. I think it's an objective mistake.
Yeah, I think that may be nerves.
3 Eyes is dead, so our runners will not need a Beetle to complete Skyview. Well, logically they might. Ooh, Yal doing early Betro here. Not something I expected to see from him, considering I suggested it and he was like, CJ, that's a bad idea, why would you ever do that? And yet here he is.
I feel like Yal tends to do that. Like, he tends to have his like idea of like how he wants to route things, and then someone suggests something to him and he's like, absolutely no, but then he thinks about it more and then goes with it.
That he's on the opposite side of SkyLive where he wants to be at this point. So, like, here's the C chart. And a Beetle, which is not helpful right now.
Yeah, I mean, so the only other thing that he could need the Beetle for would be the Boko in the basement of Ancient Cistern, but the bow could substitute for that.
Well, we might need like Hook Beetle for like something later, but
that is very true. Because Hook Beetle can substitute for Bomb Bag in a lot of places. Basically anywhere where like you need to carry a where there's a bomb flower that could be carried. But yeah, I think Yal's Skyloft routing kind of... I mean, I don't 100% disagree with it, but yeah, it does seem to be going... he does seem to like not be having like the best, like fastest path lengths.
Yeah, I mean, path length is kind of a 50-50, though. Because, like, you know, you can make up a significant amount of time by routing better compared to path length. But against someone like Jasnix, path length really starts to matter, so.
Yeah, because Yal really hasn't gotten any meaningful advantage over Jasnix with his,
Although, Jasnix doesn't have Whip or Slingshot, which means he can't get, or a Beetle, so he can't get the item behind bars in Skyview, if that is relevant. Which it very well might be.
Wow, Yell
Given that we
actually
have-
getting a ton of money from that. Like, because this beetle,
Where
like,
was the other sword that was hinted? Sorry to interrupt you.
Shed
Shed
chest.
chest? That's 2 swords of the 3 we need. Oh, scale. I totally forgot about scale. Our runners will need scale. Sword on ballot again, yes. And also, mitts on a trial again. Keg W. Okay, so desert is Sots. So that means we're probably not seeing a 1 tablet.
And something in shed, I didn't quite catch it.
I think that was whatever it was dead.
Yeah, it was a quiver.
Yeah. I believe that was Shaq based on the shape of the hint.
Yeah, it...
Considering the different dungeons, Kappa. Did Jasnix check Volcano Island, or did he just dip right to the Farron? I don't remember. I was too focused on Yao's weird routing.
Based on the number of hints I've written down, I'm pretty sure he went to Volcanic.
Okay.
But yeah, Jasnix strictly has a lead at this point. Although, if he does wind up doubling back and doing the same checks that Yal did, he may wind up in... Or the race
I didn't
may
see
wind
what
up
was on
evening out.
Chandelier when either runner went in, but obviously it's not important. I guess Beetle grants, oh, there's the Amber tablet? Yes.
Yeah, so Desert is...
Spirit of the Sword hint in Desert.
Yeah, so that means that we are not getting the mythical 1-tablet seed.
I can't think if there's any Spirit of the Sword items that we could, like, potentially skip. Not in this seed, though. Not in a seed with, like, this, these requirements.
Yeah, so... Jasnix heading in the direction of Skyview.
Alright, let's see what this hintstone is. I don't remember what this said. Platform on Lightning Node. Oh, and 3 eyes, right. Tornadoes are rude to everyone. It's really unfortunate how rude they are. So Yao headed to Farron here. Jasnix's going to be entering Skyview shortly. I wonder if we see either runner do early Thunderhead after Skyview here.
I mean, given that we know where 2 swords are, probably... Because Din's is an always hint, so we should also... So they can literally check every other location in Thunderhead and get another hint.
Yeah, I agree. But it'll be interesting to see if either runner elects to not go to Lake Floria here early. I see no world where they do that though. All right, so that check actually helping out Justice quite a bit there because that bottle's gonna be helpful. Academy. So he might get lured back for that slingshot.
Yeah.
Did we got Skyloft. Oh, we got some of the hero piece from Fledge as well. So that's pretty important actually. Because we know that Slingshot's not Spirit of the Sword here, unless it's because it's not logical access to Lake Floria either. So
Yeah. So that means it's probably Zelda's Closet, unless we're not thinking about something that...
well, it's all the hero piece for Mitts.
Right. If that's the case, then that's Muck-ass for the dig spot in Skyview.
Dig spot in Skyview or Elden, if we have to go to Elden.
Although the dig spot could have a small key, and that's probably what the runners are hoping it has, because they can skip the small key.
I mean, it's a matter of whether or not our runners have put together that logic at this point. We know that the hinted Song of the Hero piece in Leneru is not the Spirit of the Sword either.
True. I mean, worst case for the runners is that the Spirit of the Sword item in Desert is just the third song of the hero piece.
Can you imagine that? 2 of them right there. Oh, Harp was Academy. That's so true.
Okay, so that resolves that.
I mean, the Mitz thing could very well be true as well. Though. Okay, Jasnix, probably not gonna have to worry too much about his ammo count at this point, but... The other thing is that Skyview is Spirit of the Sword, so if there's a Spirit of the Sword item in the dig spot, that could be important as well.
Yeah. But there's like a 1 in like 10 chance of that.
Something like that.
So it's not incredibly likely. So we found 1 small key though. There's still a chance for the other small key to be in the dig spot.
Or the boss key.
Yeah, well the boss key would be worse. Because we cannot skip the boss key, but we can skip the small key requirements.
Also, at this point, Jasnix is locked out of this check if he... or without scale, so...
Yeah. But Yal is likely to make the same exact play, so he's probably not going to be punished for that.
Yeah, it's unlikely. I'd go as far to say that it's extremely unlikely for that matter.
Yeah. I mean, Yal could decide he just wants to chase Spirit of the Sword hints and just go that route. But we also kind of saw what happened to Jim when he took that approach.
We do know that the Spirit of the Sword item in Farronwood is very likely to just simply be that tablet.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, Jasnix still with a pretty sizable lead. He's going he's going to have to fight the Stalfos here because this is Skyview 1. But it should be a fairly quick fight with Longsword.
Yep, and it's over already. Another sword?
We know where 3 swords are now.
Guess we're not hunting for swords tonight.
Yeah, and like Shed Chest is so fast that will probably be our runner's 3rd sword unless like another one happens to be on path.
Strictly speaking, Skyview 2 is faster. Is that a crystal pack in there?
Yes. So that also confirms that it's a small key in the dig spot. Or no, Jasnix
no, 3 eyes. Yeah.
2 eyes had the other one. I wasn't paying attention. Okay,
oh. So... yeah, I must have missed that too. So strictly speaking, I don't think I finished the thought. Strictly speaking, Skyview 2 is faster because it skips the fight, the refight against the fight against the Stalfos. But there are other things that make it slower, so it's kind of just a toss-up. It doesn't really matter which one you do.
Yeah, well, it's basically Skyview 2 has the cutscene with the Magma at the start.
That too. And in these settings, it's completely worthless.
Yeah.
I mean, the archers aren't really a huge deal.
Yeah, I mean, the archers just do take a little bit of practice to be able to consistently hit them with the Skyward Strike. Because you're intended to grab a bomb with the hook beetle, but for pretty much any experienced runner, you just use a hero mode Skyward Strike to hit them.
This is actually faster for me out here, but if it is, he's getting to save a little bit of time with this beetle. A bomb bag?
I mean, that's the closest thing we've seen thus far to a Spirit of the Sword item, and then
I don't know what Jasnix's attempt at that vine jump was.
Yeah, I think he just failed the front hop.
I mean, it was completely mistimed. Also, I'm surprised that Yao is not electing to use the slingshot here to conserve some ammo. Also, not going for spider rolls. I don't know if he Vanilla or Bosky there.
Yeah,
so
well,
what's in the dig spot? And potentially an item. Bomb bag is logical access to desert here, which is kind of important considering that it's Spirit of the Sword. No, map is in 3 eyes. That was hinted.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is, like, we know these runners in ammo management. Ooh, Yell almost getting the fast jump, the stupid jump there that Jim discovered.
The big thing is that if he got that, he is not locked out of the dig spot until he gets scaled, because he doesn't have to raise the water level.
Yeah, that could have been a very important difference.
It's like, unlikely to make a significant difference, but it very well could have been.
But yeah, I do agree. I think it's smarter to use the slingshot for like a lot of these little shots and save your arrows for things that matter, because Yal has used half of his arrows at this point, and there are not that many arrow restocks, or there's like none in most of the game, only in the dungeons where you're supposed to have bow in the vanilla game, whereas there's slingshot refills all over the place.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. So yeah, so Yao's already down to 9 arrows. And the biggest thing is that the projectile of the bow travels faster. So you save a little bit of time that way, but
I mean, the thing is, too, there's also the Farron bomb rocks that bomb bag opens up. So that's...
Is that crystals on the... Yes. Oh, he switched to slingshot here, it looks like. Based on that sound effect.
Yeah, I think Yal started to think about how his arrow count dwindling.
Yeah. Because Yal definitely wants arrows for Coloptos, as Symphonic Link points out, to get the 1 cycle phase 2. The fast 1 cycle phase 2.
Yeah, I mean that... Yeah, I mean that is kind of...
That's kind of a 50-50. Did Jasnix remember to get mushroom spores in Skyview? If not, I'm going to be very disappointed in him.
He might have just been... He might be planning on doing it inside of... in like Farronwood's main, although it is definitely faster to do so during the Staldra fight, because you're waiting out the timer for the doors reopening anyway.
Oh, so shoutouts to Loud Skyview.
Yeah, so with Music Rando, there's only a few tracks that can be used in Skyview, because Skyview has 3 different has 3 tracks, basically. Or that's not the
It's
actual.
more than 3.
And,
but, yeah, regardless. Yeah, Yao has music rando enabled.
And, yeah, so basically, Horde is, like, one of 2 things that can replace the Skyview music.
Interesting. If bombs here don't pay off with something big, there's a chance, or like if we find the other beetle, there's a chance that there's another Sots item in Skyview.
Yeah, but we still have all of Lanayru.
Is that a soft part? No, it's Dinspo. If that was a soft part, that could have been huge. Yao remembering to pick up the mushroom spores, very happy, very proud of him. Learning from his hundo brethren. That's a clever snipe from Yao there. I never thought about doing that.
I'm pretty sure, like, that's, like, the snipe that you do in general in Skyview 2, and it makes sense to just go ahead and do it in Skyview 1 anyway. I don't know. I don't really think opening that gate is actually necessary, because...
You shouldn't have to come back here.
Yeah.
Unless he's thinking about going back to the dig spot or something. Summit and Zelda are dead. Alright, so let's see if Jasnix gets another payoff from this early Floria trip. Nope.
Yeah. I suspect, though, that because Yao got burned for not checking Floria last race, he may take the time to dip Floria this race.
He should. There's no reason he shouldn't, and this is a Cistern seed, so like they want to be here. They want to have that statue anyway.
Yeah, so we'll see what Jasnix decides to do here. If Jasnix goes straight to Lanayru, then he stays ahead. If he does go back to Skyloft, which it kind of looks like he's doing, that's actually going to let Yao catch up a bit. Yeah,
I'm surprised with it. I see he has the Academy Sots hint, but he can only do 1 check here. I don't like this, personally. As much of a fan as I am for going back to Skyloft more frequently, I don't think this is a good call right now.
Yeah, well, if he has not worked out, or if he doesn't quite remember that Heart was the Academy Sots, then...
Irrespective of that, I'm not a fan. Like, even given that, like, that possibility exists, I'm not a fan of this. You have a much more check-dense area that is unlocked by an item you obtained in the Spirit of the Sword region, and it contains another Spirit of the Sword region. Like, everything is shouting Lanayru at that point. At this point. It's just an odd play to me, personally. I don't think it's necessarily wrong. But
yeah, I probably go to Lanayru in this situation, but yeah, Jasnix's gonna be disappointed to get Slingshot.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if either runner thinks that their opponent was going to go for that check that early. That's one of those things where, like, you don't lose time to doing it early if you do it optimally, and you get a huge payoff if it's important. And your opponent's likely to do it later anyway.
Yeah, but Yell gaining some time, though. A little bit of time here, I think, though. Also, Yell was able to pick up a Gratitude Crystal pack that Jasnix could not, because there was the one behind the cage.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big deal for Yao here, because if he, or when he goes back to Skyloft in the future, because we know that there is at least one remaining Skyloft trip for both of our runners, because they need to get the shed chest. Wait. How does Jasnix shouldn't have 20...
No, because Yao. No, that's correct.
Jasnix should have 5 less crystals than because Yao bought crystals in Beetle's shop.
Well, we'll see the correct.
Yeah, we'll see
crystal count
Jasnix's
here.
crystal count here.
Jasnix buying the correct crystal pack,
Huh.
so he is going to have a knowledge advantage over Yao.
Where did Jasnix pick up a crystal pack that Yao hasn't? Because 25 is correct. No, Florio was a heart piece. I didn't see what was in the shop when Jasnix went back in.
Spiral charge.
Okay. So potentially important.
Yeah. I don't think Yao's gonna wind up getting too punished for that though, because like Jasnix still can't get it. In fact, well, here's the thing though.
Jasnix did not pick up spores, so losing a little bit of time here. Also, bad routing, not dropping the spores and coming back, in my opinion. Like, he should, if he's going back to Skyward, he should have dropped the spores first.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the bomb checks? Okay. Ah, yes, okay. I did not consider that that was a thing that had happened. Thank you for that, Jet.
Okay, so yeah. With that, Yao now has 30 crystals, so...
There's a chance that we see Yao dip back to Skyloft here. I find it unlikely, personally, but... given Yao's playstyle. That's Earth Temple key piece. Thanks, Oriel. It's very helpful. Yeah, Yao not putting off Wave Floria. Not necessarily the correct play, but like the meta correct play at this point.
Yeah, but I do kind of like the talk to Oriel, and then dive into the Nehru Pillar play though, because of the fact that diving from Oriel's Island is faster than flying from Oriel's Island to...
It's not like flying loses that much time in Rando, so what I would have preferred to have seen was drop the spores and then go back to Skyloft. Or even just go directly to Lanayru.
Yeah, but regardless, he'll have the 2 checks back on Skyloft to check as soon as he gets back there. And he knows that he has the Lanayru Phi hint. He does not have anything about Central Skyloft.
Yeah, I think that personally the best routing here is to drop off the spores, go to Lanayru, and then do another Skyloft trip. Especially for Jasnix, who had a lot of distance to cover to get to 30 crystals. Because if he had gotten to 30 crystals, we could have seen him go to... Oh! Actually, this is a potential difference maker for Yao here, is this gold rupee.
Ooh, but he goes way too wide with the beetle angle and doesn't...
He should know better than that. That's odd. And the beetle's gone wonky.
Okay,
almost missing it. Yeah, he gets it that time. Pretty important there for Yao. If there's a gold rupee in Lanayru somewhere, kind of a waste of time, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I think even so, Yao will be able to actually check all 3 100 items.
Yeah.
So actually, Yao has neutralized his mistake from earlier.
Nope, he's not. I didn't think he was going to go directly there. However, in these settings, bombs completely suffice for Hook Beetle. So, Hook Beetle's not important right now for our runners. And in fact, should not be important given that they have Bomb Bag. So. Jasnix frustrated at his Sync's End performance.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think maybe we're seeing signs of nerves from both runners. With like,
I mean,
Yao...
Jasnix kind of got keysed there. He couldn't break slide, so.
Okay, that, yeah. Yell not diving directly into the pillar. I mean, I guess with the lawful acceleration, it might not actually matter. I think because Yao learned 100% on HD is the reason why he did that. Because on HD, they changed the pillar loading zone so they're significantly lower down. So diving is not optimal on HD, but it is on SD.
Yeah, the 3 checks it opens are all dead in these settings. Hook Beetle is practically a worthless item in these settings.
Well, yeah, the only way it's not worthless is if Bomb Bag is locked behind it, pretty much.
That doesn't seem to be happening very often lately.
Yeah. So, Jasnix still with a lead, not nearly as big of a lead as it was initially, though.
So Jasnix now at 30 crystals.
Yao scooping in the minecart.
His signature scoop.
Yao bonking on the statue thing as it lowers.
I got voided by that once. There's claw shot.
So that is a candidate for Spirit of the Sword.
Yep. Could be logical Floria access.
Very true, but we still haven't found scale.
Yeah.
I mean,
but without Gust Bellows, that's our access to scale with it, regardless of where scale is.
Yeah. But that also opens up Zelda's Closet, which is another Academy item. That...
Yeah, and the last Academy item for that.
So have we found 2 key pieces that are completely useless thus far?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Jasnix, please don't pull a me and completely ignore the 2 back half items.
There's Hook Beetle. So Hook Beetle was bomb lock, which means that bombs are indeed the only logical access to linear main. So very likely that is the Sots item in
Oh, Chesnir Trial was hinted dead, but I don't...
Was it? I don't remember that. I thought it was Chesnir Fire. Oh, that was Lightning though, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the secret passage chest wasn't.
Nor was... Dins has Whip, and the Ruby Tablet is on East Island and Thunderhead. Logically, Mitt's locked. So we could have a Song of the Heroes, Spirit of the Sword debate in this seed for Mitt's locking Ruby. If that's the only thing they lock.
Yeah.
Both runners gonna be very disappointed that they didn't do early Thunderhead. Oh, they have Ballad, so it doesn't matter. Never mind. So Jasnix is gonna orphan those 2 checks in Eastern Desert, I think it is. And potentially just go back and do, or go directly to Thunderhead here. probably directly to Thunderhead. I see no reason for him to do anything else.
Yeah. Now we'll see though if Yal checks the secret passage chest that Jasnix skipped. I mean, the thing is, because they know that the chest near Lightning Node is dead, I guess it does kind of isolate that one check.
I mean, there's 2 checks over there. Floria is dead. Something in the sky has a wallet. He did not get Fire Node, I don't think.
Oh,
Chandelier has a wallet. Okay.
Yeah, so we already knew that.
I mean, I didn't know it was an extra wallet. I just knew it wasn't important.
Yeah. Well, I think the runners knew that. The commentators did not. Yell jumping too early there at the end of the Hook Beetle fight, triggering that cutscene.
Characteristic mistake.
Yeah. So what Yell was trying to do there was to jump into the cutscene trigger as, like, basically as the game was registering that the Bokoblin died, to skip the whole, part of that cutscene and be able to just immediately talk to the robot to get the Hook Beetle, or the Hook Beetle check. But yeah, unfortunately doing it a little bit too early.
Yeah. So it's just a bottle there. Scale, Soth, and Whip. So kinda stacked Thunderhead, not gonna lie.
That's pretty much just like rush. Wait a second.
Wait, that's legitimately Go mode.
Yeah. So Ruby Tablet's completely useless this seed.
What is... Huh.
Yeah, so it's just get Shed Chest to get Master Sword and then rush Cistern.
Yeah. So Jasnix with a decisive advantage here.
And Jasnix, please get the sword before Cistern, because it'll make your Galactos fight faster.
Yes.
Wait, why are you landing there? Oh, I guess that's a little bit... Yeah, I guess that's fine, actually. For a second there, I thought he was gonna start doing... He was gonna, like, go for, like, Baby Rattle or something, but no. He doesn't even have Bellows, so... He couldn't even be baited into that. Yell not remembering his hints.
Maybe he didn't see this hint? Oh no, that's the soft part. Yao doesn't know he's in Go mode. He wants that soft part because of the digging mitts. Is he gonna... No, he's just checking that just in case he sees the trial.
Yeah.
So from Yao's perspective, that's a very reasonable play.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the hints that... The most important hints in the game are in caves, which he hasn't been to yet.
Yeah.
So he's gonna full clear desert, then go to caves, and then get the hints that are going to lead him to his Go mode. So yeah, unfortunately, this being a very linear seed, like, Yal has basically no way to make up time, apart from Jasnix making a mistake.
Jazz is in Go mode. Insane. This seed could sub-hour with good key placement in Cistern.
Yeah, true. Like, this is insane.
Exto no longer an unknown quantity. Everyone wants Exto seeds from now on.
But yeah, so like, again, unless there's a disaster on Jasnix's side, like, Jasnix is going to be going up 2-1 in the series, putting Yal, like...
Putting the favorite to win, too, at a big disadvantage here.
At this point, like, that means the 2 games tomorrow are going to be must-win games for Yal.
Not a situation I expected to see Yal in, to be totally honest. Yal definitely the favorite to win this tournament. Because he 2-0'd Jasnix in the winner's bracket. But, like, we were discussing it earlier, and more accurately, Jasnix 2-0'd himself, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, I think, Jasnix, I mean, he's still making these, like, tiny mistakes, but I think he's playing significantly better than he did in that series.
Yeah, Jasnix is playing like a new man.
I think part of it is just the wins against Jim just gave him a extra burst
of lot of confidence, yeah. I'm going to be very excited to talk to our runners after this. That's for certain.
Ooh! Yal finding the other sword. So, okay, well, I guess this doesn't matter too much. So Yal's just not going to take a trip back to Skyward.
Yeah, minor.
So I think... If anything, I think the shed chest is slightly faster than it would have been than going for that check, but I think going for that
with
chest...
the loading zones.
But yeah, either way, it doesn't really matter. It's...
Jazz is just looking for the cistern boss key here. It looks like he hasn't found it yet. Unfortunately. Scale was the first check in Isle of Song. So I'm trying to figure out, what was Spirit of the Sword in Lanayru?
Claw shots?
But claw shots... I guess claw shots could be for cistern key logic?
Probably.
If the key is in the... If the second small key is in the basement, or boss key is... Yeah, wasting a little bit of time there because he doesn't know he doesn't need to check that.
Yeah, Yal's gonna probably be upset when he gets his scale.
If Jasnix had not forgotten or deliberately left behind, I don't know if it was a mistake or a deliberate choice, to leave behind those 2 checks in Desert, we'd have a much, much closer race at this point.
Yeah.
But as it is, this race looks like it's
I think it was a deliberate
decided.
Yeah, I think it was a deliberate choice from Jasnix. But
did our runners have 2 swords after leaving Skyview? They did.
Yeah.
I can't believe neither of our runners did early Thunderhead. They would never have gone to Lanayru.
Well, where was Ballad?
If they'd done early Thunderhead, they would not have gone to Lanayru. Because it was in Lanayru. I think. Yeah, mines.
Okay. Oh
The
yeah,
boss
very
key?
true.
But okay, wait, hang on. Boss key on Bokoblin there means that Cistern is not claw locked? Ballad is Spirit of the Sword in mines, but claw shots didn't. Swords are not sots in this seed, though.
Well, okay, so claws would allow you to lower the statue, which would allow getting to Kaloctos without needing a small key. Because the other small
key's in the basement.
Yeah, other small keys in the
okay,
basement.
yeah. So claw shots are Spirit of the Sword for Cistern key logic. Cistern key logic is like the equivalent of Spirit Temple key logic in OTR. You could write a master's thesis on Cistern key logic. Ah yes, scaleless Cistern dip 5 head. geniuses here for us, for our runners, or from chat here.
So Yell entering Cistern as Jasnix is about to start his boss fight. So there's basically just the main clear Cistern between them. Now, yeah, I guess there's nothing really about the claw shots being sots for AC key logic that really would help you deduce where the boss key is, so Yal's also gonna have to go through.
Yeah, it just tells you that there's a key in the basement. So, I'm gonna switch our audio over to Jasnix, who's in the lead here.
Okay.
So yeah. Jasnix is able to one-cycle Galactus' first phase there with,
Yeah, with Master Sword.
Yeah, with Master Sword. 2-spin attacks.
Yeah.
It's all magic damage numbers.
Yeah, it's also possible to do with Bomb Bag with any sword, but, which is really good that he had Master Sword because he had 0 bombs. Jasnix said having 0 bombs name a more iconic
duo, yeah, let's be honest. One of the OG. Jeez.
Oh, Claws is Flurry access, as pointed out by Nolan Chat. Because they don't have Gust Bellows.
Bellows, yeah. Well, that means that Bellows are Claw Shot locked. So where are the Bellows? Bellows are in Eldin! Because Eldin is Claw locked, because of the Claw locked Soth piece. That means...
Yeah, or otherwise, like, I mean, I guess it could also be in, like, Zelda's Closet or something. A place where runners
it can't
didn't
be.
ship.
It can't possibly be that. Which means the other Mitts is also probably in Eldin, which is hilarious. Ruby is in East Chest, which is Mitts locked in these settings. So they are Soth locked because of the Mitts on Skyloft Trial. You're the one who rewrote the logic for that. SMH my head, no.
Okay, so Jasnix out of Cistern, and now the real race is, can Jasnix sub-1 this seed?
Yeah.
It's going to be very close.
It's very close, but he might be able to.
Endgame is about 5 minutes once you enter the Horde fight, so it's a question of can he get to... Okay, Jasnix choosing to return to the sky, and then...
this is suboptimal, isn't it?
I mean, he's going to have to go through the cutscene with the Bokos if he goes the normal way, so it might wind up breaking even with that.
If he has bombs, he can avoid that, but yeah, that's a
We just discussed that he has 0 bombs.
Right, we did. I forgot about that. He has 0 bombs. Come on, Jasnix.
Who Yell, he's trying to do a strat that Battle Cats came up with where you go in the corner there, and if you do it correctly, the spider shouldn't aggro and you can shoot it from there, but Yal unfortunately aggroing the spider and thus wasting a lot of time, because once the spider's aggroed, you can't, it's not going to flip over the lily pad. Yao also ending with 0 bombs.
I
Okay.
mean, their bomb count really doesn't matter in this situation.
I mean, I agree. I just like commenting on it.
Yeah.
So Jasnix entering the Horde at like 55-30. Yeah, I'm not so sure about sub 1.
It does not look like this is going to be a sub 1. It looks like it's going to miss sub 1 by less than 60 seconds.
Yeah. But it's going to be so close.
If our runners had done early Thunderhead, this would have been a sub 1. Easily.
Yeah, it's just they weren't really incentivized to do so based on the hints that they got.
I mean, we say that every seed, and a bunch of them end up doing early Thunderhead anyway. You're in Deep Woods with an auto commit file and open Skyview already. Like,
yeah. I mean, I think like it would have been the game-winning play this race. It's just like, yeah, the runners decided to chase hints.
yeah, the fact that both of them did it. For go mode, well, the only thing you need to finish your random seed is the items you need for go mode. For this particular seed, our runners needed the whip, the water dragon scale, the emerald tablet, and the harp and 3 sword upgrades, and some sort of projectile to complete Skyview with. In logic, they needed a heck of a lot more than that, but...
Jasnix using the fairy as a stamina refill to get through the archers. Wow, very, very clean last phase of Horde from Jasnix. Ooh, Yao ran out of arrows, so he had to use a Skyward Strike for the second one. Not really mattering in the grand scheme of things, but like that was the effect of him using a ton of arrows in Skyview when he had his slingshot available. Like this is where ammo management matters. I mean, it may be the Super Metroid player in me, but yeah. Jasnix on the very last phase of G3. You wretched brat! Oh, I didn't even notice the dungeon reward for Cistern was a Rupor.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I mean...
I stopped paying attention to what Jasnix was getting, to be totally honest.
Reasonable, though. Like, we basically knew everything we needed to know about this seed.
Yeah. Jasnix is going to miss the sub 1, but he should get a sub 101. So...
yeah. Still the fastest seed of the tournament by far.
By miles. Demise is a very scripted fight, so... Jasnix just has to stun Demise one more time, and it will be GG's for him. And GG's.
Yep, Jasnix finishing with a time of 1 hour 37 seconds.
Officially, yeah. Although his timer does say 1 hour 46 seconds.
Yeah, but I don't blame Jasnix for focusing the race timer over his stream timer. But yeah,
no,
we are
the series is not yet over.
Yep, so Jasnix is now up 3-1.
2-1.
Or, yeah, 2-1. Yeah. Anyhow, we're joined by Jasnix. GG. Okay. How does that feel?
So, the question on everyone's mind, I think, is why I did the weird idle songs thing I did. So, here's the whole gist on that. So, in my head, I'm thinking, so I get Slingshot off Academy, and I say to myself, okay, that's my Academy thoughts. I go to Lineru, get Ballad, and then get my Claw Shots, and I think, okay, that's my Lineru Sots. Why don't we go get a Hint Stone? Because then I still now need 2 more Sots hints in order to figure out the seed more. Then I get my Whip Sot. I get my Beetle, and then I get my Whip or Hint. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I have Whip here, and now I know that my Knights Academy Sots can't be Slingshot, which, by the way, it wasn't. It was Harp that I completely blanked about. And then, so in my head, I'm like, okay, well, I can skip all of Lineru and just go do Thunderhead and Academy and get my scale. And then I go to Thunderhead, I skip all of Lineru, go to Thunderhead and get my scale. And like, oh, okay. So I kind of just made a fantastic mistake there. I was pretty lucky.
Yeah, I mean, can hardly call it a mistake when it literally wins you the match.
Although, that's why I call it a fantastic mistake there. It's a good mistake.
Yeah. I mean, you were ahead basically the entire race, but like that just solidified it because Yal wound up full clearing the rest of Desert. He did find a sword on the landing chest in Mines on his way out of Lineru, but since you already had the other hinted sword, it really didn't wind up mattering.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I could have gone back and gotten that, but I think going back to West Desert's faster than that anyway, so yeah, I wasn't looking to waste any time in the sea because it was so speedy.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't believe that we saw this many seeds in their 2 bolt seeds in like 2 hours, basically. 3 hours. That's the word. That's the number.
Yeah, I think if we're going by the schedule we had for today, I think Game 2 would be starting right now, or like it would have started.
Well, the restream for Game 2
wouldn't even have started yet. Yeah.
Yeah, the race would have started already. The restream, not really. Although it was pushed up by a half hour on the schedule, regardless. So.
But yeah, that was a quick one. And also, Exto, you are now my favorite seed roll.
Yeah, we saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
The statement that comes to the surprise of literally no one.
I mean, we needed one good one at this point, so...
Who rolled Game 1?
Y'all did. Which is kind of funny, because it worked out for me, not him, but...
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I talked with him a little bit after the first race, and yeah, it seemed like he didn't get the Beetle, which let him down this, like, super stupid long chain to get a projectile on, while I, meanwhile, went and got my Claw Shots and orphaned Academy for 15 minutes, but we don't all make good for it. So, yeah, Exto, you're rolling next game, and then one after that as well.
Exto officially going to roll the entire the entire like season 2 tourney as well, or something, or the cold co-op tourney or whatever.
If we had extra roll every seed in the tournament, and it was as fast as this one, we could have gotten this tournament done in like 3 days. Assuming everyone didn't choose to eat or sleep, but that's like Floha. So, if it was all Floha, then maybe we could have.
Yal, meanwhile, on phase 3 of Girahim. So yeah, Jasnix, you just have to win one more game.
Yeah, I was not really expecting to win both today. I'm happy I did, but yeah, it was kind of unexpected, but it's nice. It puts me in a really good spot. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with how I performed today. I thought my execution today was really good, and I'm just happy with how I played, and happy that my routing was bad, and it was bad in the best way possible. I guess also another question I have: where was Hook Beetle?
The other beetle was on Patrol 5 or 10.
No.
Yeah, I think it was Bat 5, if I remember right.
It was one of the two. Yal did an
Yeah.
extended Skyloft 1 and got that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to talk about Yal's decisions with Beetle, buying the 50 crystal instead of the 100 crystal.
I mean, in the end, it really doesn't matter. GG's to Yal, by the way. Let me dun him so he can get in here.
GG's.
Right, look, guys, I typoed demise to Demnes. We don't need to really, like...
Well, no, it's Demince. That's how you type
Wait,
it.
That's the mins.
But anyway, a good way to sum up both of these is it's not very often that an early game decision costs you a race, but it did that for like basically both of these. Like extended Skyloft 1 cost me on this one, and
I mean,
whole not doing
Jasnix's
any-
happy accident is really what sealed the deal for you.
Not
You made up a
really.
lot of time, and then Jasnix's happy accident skipping parts of desert and stuff. Really,
what makes me even more upset is that
saved him a ton of time.
I
over here.
planned on doing early Thunderhead after finishing Skyview, and I just forgot about it.
Yeah, this was an easy.
And if I did that, this is
sub
a
one
one
seed.
tablet seed. If you did that,
This was like
This was
a
an-
40-minute seed if you...
Yeah, if you did early Thunderhead, this seed was one tablet and easily probably SGL record.
Yeah,
you'll be running up against like Kid Kot's seed with the.
I mean, Jasnix was only like 7 minutes behind that record, so.
Yeah, but 2 tablets, not gonna happen with that.
Yeah.
Unless it's like you go to Elden, your first check in Elden is Emerald tablet. You just go to Fair.
I feel like after getting a decent way in, like maybe 40 something minutes, I knew I probably wasn't winning either of those races because, well, for one, the second seed was too linear for me to have won, and the extended Skyloft thing and all that stuff. And for
The extended
the
Skyloft
first
is what really set you behind at the beginning of the race. But like other than that, you were just keeping pace with Jasnix and even making up time in a couple of places.
dude, I like
So
when I got the beetle or something, I felt somewhat okay. Then I got the 3 Eyes Dead Hand, and I'm like, oh, okay, well that sucks. And then I got like 8 billion other projectiles on Skyloft 1, so the slingshot on Collins didn't help me, and that was just...
Yeah. What can we also talk about the fact that there were 2 gratitude crystal packs that you could buy on Beetle, and you bought the 51, denying yourself the knowledge of what was on Beetle, the second Beetle 100.
Yeah, what was
did-
that?
I saved myself 50 rupees, okay?
I mean, I guess to be fair, you avoided getting jebaited by Spiral Charge, but
Okay. That was on. That was on.
yeah. Jasnix wound up going to Beetle, buying the 100, and then he saw the Spiral Charge.
Yeah.
Well, now the dynamic has completely flipped, and I have even less of a cushion than Jasnix did. So
Yeah. How do you, so, now that we have you both in here, like, how do you both feel about going into game 3 tomorrow, first of all?
I have to change something about what I'm doing. Like, it's not likely that I'm going to just beat Jasnix with the same route, because he's got a lot of time on me from vanilla execution, but yeah, it's
You two, I know we talked about this earlier, but, we should have this conversation for, the audience here. Like, you two owed Jasnix in the winners finals. And, there's a whole separate sub-discussion about the fact that Jasnix really beat himself more than anything else.
I feel like
as you
my
said.
luck's kind of run out at this point. I mean, it is what it is.
I guess, I mean, for me, I'm gonna make sure Extra rolls the next one, and I don't know. Like, I don't feel particularly good about either of these races, because the first one, I think honestly I could have chalked up to just me doing a better route, I feel, which was just not skipping early Flory, which I think is always like a good play to do. But and also not doing delayed surface, which I never like doing, but
If there was
I
like
feel
Gloria
then-
if there was anything different about that seed, it's completely different. Like if the hook beetle is in something that's not like a different Floria check, or if third small key was the boss key, then I don't know if you got the hint of the third small key or that the trial had the mitts, but
I did, yeah.
oh well, never mind.
Yeah. Though I'm not gonna completely defend my first race because I did end up crashing in Fire Sanctuary.
Yeah, wait, actually, yeah, what did you do that crashed?
No, what I did was I loaded into Bit, and because I was kind of like just autopiloting, I was like, okay, I need to copy a file, I need to hit the plus button, and then I loaded it to Bit and hit the plus button, and then
But
it
you were
crashed.
so you did it after you gained control of Link, you pressed plus?
No, like when I
You
did
didn't
Bit
want
while
to
Link was
copy.
falling at the start, that's when I crashed.
Oh!
Yeah, because
wait,
I was just matching plus for some reason.
Does that not... Like, do you have... I guess you have
You
control of
have
Link
full
during
control
that
over
falling
Link in
cutscene,
that,
yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
That was really, really annoying, but yeah. The momentum, if I had lost that race, I think I would have also lost this one, because I had basically no momentum. After that, I was kind of just like, okay, can I lose already? But yeah, after that, I kind of like picked up my game, because I was like, I kind of shrugged it to the side, like, okay, I made a mistake, let's not do that again, and I didn't, so. Yeah, I'm at least happy about that. But yeah, I'm happy it's at least 2-1 and I have a safety net to go back on, which is not something I was expecting to have during this set.
Yeah, I definitely think being the person with the safety net going into day 2 of a long series like this is a good place to be for you, Jasnix. As, the quote-unquote underdog of this, despite being the person who defeated Jim and, like, everyone else for that matter, let's be honest. So... Yeah, I have to ask, what was your reasoning for skipping early Floria in the first race?
I honestly don't have one. Like after I left Farron, I was like, I probably should have done early Floria, but at that point, I didn't feel like going back.
I'm very curious about your guys' thoughts on like the meta regarding early Floria, because like in season 1, early Floria was kind of frowned upon because it was one check, unless Cistern was a required done. That was the exception. Now
but
we have
literally
a hint.
everyone did it though.
No, that's not true at all. Most people did not do it. Jim was one of the only people who did it in season 1.
Yeah, then I just kind of follow what he did. I think the
Um,
play, at least for me, was that you get Cistern statue, so if you do need to go back to Floria, which was likely, then you would have a statue to go back to quickly, because I didn't check in the woods a lot, and I usually would check viewing platform, which is a long way back, so usually my justification is I get a statue.
The thing is that it's the same movement, regardless. It's just when you do the movement.
I guess, yeah, but with viewing platform, it's slightly longer, and in the woods, you still need to push down a darn log.
I mean, yeah, you can just
Plus,
go
I never
viewing
found myself
platform.
returning to Farron all that much in season 1, but that was more props left from.
Do you think
Also-
the hint is very important to the fact that Early Lake Floria is kind of a always play now?
Of course. That's the only reason it is, I feel.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's a good reason for it.
I also don't ask me what the whole copying my file in sealed grounds was. I think I was going off of Yerbal memory and like, oh, in Yerbal you do early Thunderhead from one file onto another, but that doesn't work with sealed grounds because it's not auto commit.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah, I will admit I was wondering about that, and then I completely forgot that happened.
And I got ballot, and I was like, oh well, never mind.
Can we shout out that both seeds today had swords on
Oh yeah,
PUBG?
Valid, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that was great. Shout out to me, I opened Notepad for this race because I thought I was going to need to note down my hints, but I just didn't.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
no,
noting,
there really
a
wasn't
single
much
time.
to
I write
notate
down my
this
hints like I always do, but I still opened up the West Chestnut LMF, despite the fact that I wrote that down, that it was dead.
Yeah, I did a weird thing where I just kind of went for the small key chest immediately, and that because at that point I was like, I'm behind because I crashed and I screwed up a bunch in Fire Sanctuary. So I just did that, and I was like, oh, wait, that worked.
Little do you know,
so
we
yeah.
were at the same spot, except you had a whole Fire Sanctuary over me.
Yeah, because then I looked at the region, I'm like, wait, we're at the same spot. Wait, that would probably won me the race, and then I realized, wait, no. But yeah, I thought for a minute that decision had won me the race, but yeah. Though I think there was a better play there because I would have, like, I knew that one of the checks in West Side was dead, so if I got either a key or a, like, boss key there, then I just bit warp and skip
Okay,
it. Which I think
platform
is
near Lightning Node,
fun.
I got that on purpose, just in case I needed to get the mitts, like,
No, I think that was a very reasonable decision for you.
if I had to, go to Elden.
And
for some
in
reason.
fact, the Ruby tablet was logically mitts locked.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but it didn't end up having anything, so... Or maybe it had bellows or something, but...
I think it had to have bellows.
Claw shots were your logical Floria access, and shots for Cistern key logic.
Well, weren't they also sots for the Song of the Hero parts, most likely?
If
For the-
there was something required in Elden, but there isn't. The
But, I
only
mean, but there could be, like, you just say that the bellows have to be claw shot locked. Well, Elden's claw shot locked, therefore there could be...
well, the only item that you guys are missing are bellows, and you have every other required progression item. Sots is only logical access to complete the seed. So, you know, the additional swords, even though we know where all 4 swords are. So, there's just, like, it's a hard thing to understand, but there's, like, the only thing that it's Sots for really is Floria access and Cistern key logic. And that's under the assumption that bellows are claw locked, which they're probably in Elden.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that this was a logical 2 tablet and then an illogical 1 tablet if you did Thunderhead.
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
I feel logical 2 tablets don't happen very much. It's usually like, oh yeah, in Elden or in Lenaver there was like a sword or there was key piece number 5 and then all of a sudden it's a 3 tablet, but no.
Yeah. I feel like between these 2 races, I did also get a lot of key pieces, despite there not being Earth Temple.
Yeah, I think I got
Yeah.
like 5.
That happened quite a bit.
I guess I'll some shout outs to like when both seeds I believe in both seeds we didn't do Or at least I didn't do Upper Eldon at all. I didn't even do a single check there. And I also didn't do
I cleared
Sansi, which was
Eldon, so-
great. I'm so happy and didn't have to do Sansi 2 races in a row. As you know, next seed's gonna be Sanchit, but
Yeah. Probably. I don't know. So yeah, that's about all we have today.
AC keys were the waterfall chest, and I think the other one has to be on boss key.
Yeah, it's basement. So claw shots required to lower the statue. So
Yep.
yeah, that's I think that's about all we have. You know, anyone got any last thoughts that you guys want to share?
GG.
Rando be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Keep Jasnix singing it up. One day it'll work.
All right.
With that,
yeah, I think we're done then. So, shout outs to our runners. They will be back tomorrow. Well, that's not how that could work. Oh, it is. Okay, never mind. They will be back tomorrow at 3:15 Eastern time. That is like, I don't know, some number of hours from now. YourAverageLink and Jasnix08, both excellent runners of the Randomizer and the vanilla game, so be sure to head over and give them a follow if you guys are interested in seeing more. And thank you to 64, my co-commentator, and Harm and Pac-Man Power Ghost, our trackers, wonderful volunteers that make this entire tournament run. Without us, there is no tournament, basically. Or no, restreams, I should say.
Yep.
So,
and shoutouts to the trackers. Like, they have the tough job of actually like keeping us honest by telling us like what they actually have.
Yep. We stare at their screens and yell at them for making stupid decisions. Trackers actually have to pay attention to what they get.
Yeah, to endure the stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Maybe that explains the so-called stupid decisions, but I digress.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we got for you guys today.
Game three will be tomorrow at 3:15 Eastern, followed by Game 4 if it's necessary. So look forward to that. I'm not sure it's been assigned a channel yet, but it'll be on one of the SpeedGaming channels.
Yeah, trackers are indeed the unsung heroes. I believe that we've been assigned to SpeedGaming main for the first race.
Okay, yeah, I see that updated now,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll turn you over to wherever the bot sends us on our raid. If there even is a raid, there might be another run after this. I don't actually know what's next on the schedule. So,
well, wouldn't the schedule have assumed that there'd still be 2 hours of this going on?
They might have rearranged. They can rearrange. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you tomorrow, hopefully, right back here.
Bye.